Allah's Messenger and the Muslims perform Hajj. Before the end of the year, it being the 7th year of the Hijrah, the Prophet and his adherents availed themselves of their armistice with the courage to visit the Holy Kaaba. The Prophet, accompanied by 200 Muslims, went to Mecca to perform the rites of pilgrimage. On this occasion, the Quraysh evacuated the city during the 3 days which the ceremonies lasted. Sir William Moore, in his book Life of Muhammad, Volume 3, comments on the incident as follows: "It was surely a strange sight which at this time presented itself at the Vale of Mecca, a sight unique in the history of the world. The ancient city is for 3 days evacuated by all its inhabitants, high and low, every house deserted, and as they retire, the exiled converts, many years banished from their birthplace, approached in a great body, accompanied by their allies, revisit the empty homes of their childhood, and within the short allotted space fulfill the rites of pilgrimage. The outside inhabitants, climbing the heights around, take refuge under tents or other shelter among the hills and glens, and clustering on the overhanging peak of Abu Qubays. Thence watch the movements of the visitors beneath, as with the Prophet at their head, they make the circuit of the Kaaba and rapid procession between Safa and Marwa, and anxiously seed every figure. If perchance they may recognize among the worshippers some long-lost friend or relative, it was a scene rendered on only by the throes which gave birth to Islam. In accordance with the terms of the treaty, the Muslims left Mecca at the end of 3 days' visit. This peaceful visit was followed by important conversions among the Quraysh. Khalid, known as the Sword of Allah, who before this had been a bitter enemy of Islam and who commanded the Quraysh cavalry at Uhud and Amal. Another important character and warrior adopted the new faith, the retribution for the murder of the Muslim envoy. When the Prophet and his followers returned to Medina, they arranged an expedition to exact retribution from the Ghazanite prince who had killed the Muslim envoy. A force of 3,000 men under the Prophet's adopted son Zayd was sent to take reparation from the offending tribe. Was one of the generals chosen for the expedition. When they reached the neighborhood of Muta, a village to the southeast of the Dead Sea, they met with an overwhelming force of Arabs and Romans who were assembled to oppose them. The Muslims, however, resolved resolutely to push forward. Their courage was of no avail, and they suffered great losses. In this battle, Zayd and Jafar, a cousin of the Prophet, and several other notables were killed. Khalid ibn Walid, by a series of maneuvers, succeeded in drawing off the army and conducting it without further losses to Medina. A month later, however, has marched unopposed through the lands of the hostile tribes, received their submission, and restored the prestige of Islam on the Syrian frontier. Violate terms of Hudaybiyah, Prophet's army march against idolaters. About the end of the 7th year of the Hijrah, the Quraysh and their allies, the Bani Bakr, violated the terms of the peace concluded at Hudaybiyah by attacking the Bani Khuzah, who were